Hey guys, this is Way to Fail here with a live commentary edition of Scrolls, where you can see my rating has plummeted quite a bit. I am back below 1800. How did that happen? Well, you could say I'm a fraud, you can say double gold day. Had a lot of fun with me. I went on a pretty massive losing streak, and I have actually retuned my deck, so I'm going to try and go for a ranked match just to see how it works, and we're going to do this right away, so I guess we're going to be looking at the deck by example, and let's see if I can maybe rectify something a little bit. We were playing against Acker today, so good luck, have fun. And let's see what we do here. This deck does have some modifications in that I have, let's see here, depending on what he plays here is going to determine whether I keep the growth or dump it. He's playing order, so that's probably what I'm going to dump first. Actually going to dump the Pother first, then maybe the Crimson Bulls. But yeah, pretty much what this is going to boil down to is me talking a little bit about my deck and about my play at the same time. I got rid of the Jarls and I got rid of the Druid Burial Grounds in my deck. The Jarls were a little bit of a tougher choice, mainly because they can be good late game, really late game, as there's a Winged Soldier from the get-go. Interesting, because I could possibly Ragged Wolf him, and maybe Crimson Bull as well, but for now we're going to play our Sister of the Fox down on the bottom. No need to throw away right now. But if I am facing a weenie deck, this could be interesting. But let's see. So I got rid of the Jarls. That was a tough choice, but I found myself not playing them, even in late game situations. It's just a lot of resources to commit. I also got rid of the Druid Burial Grounds because I wasn't getting great functionality from the healing, but what was happening was that I was really getting pothered a lot and not getting a lot of good use out of it, so shit. Okay, good. I thought for a second that that was the one that actually buffs their health, but it's not, so that means that guy's gonna die. I'm gonna tuck on to the Crimson Bull. Looks like that Quake may be useful. I'm gonna stick with the Mangy Wolf because it can get me a double attack here. Really kind of a tough call whether to get rid of Rallying or not. I think I may just actually... yeah, kind of a tough call which to sacrifice here. Let's get rid of Quake. It's not awesome versus order. We are going to go ahead and move this up here. That move may have surprised him, but we're going to do 1-2, and your Winged Soldier is now dead. So that's a start. That's a something. Stops his attack. Has this guy possibly in trouble if I play a Mangy Wolf next turn. Of course, he could drop a spiky unit down in front of him, and that'll, I guess, not cause too much problems for him, assuming that's what he has. But it looks like this guy's just playing straight up order. Don't know what kind of creatures there are, but there are a lot of new cards that have come in, including the new cards that I've thrown in my deck, which are... I've been debating Sister of the Bear. For now, she's not in. I do have 3 Beast Rats, though, and I've tested the deck. Sometimes Beast Rats are awesome. Sometimes I'm just not entirely sure. So let's see. This could be interesting, because I would love to kill this guy straight away, but it looks like I'm not going to be able to Mangy Wolf and Crimson Bull at the same time. So let's get rid of the transposition, and let us go ahead and Mangy, and I'll just do the extra damage here and keep these guys up. So as much as I'd love to Crimson Bull, it's just not happening. But so far, I'm at least doing damage that counts for something, even if this whole row is going to die next turn, which is entirely possible. I just would love to get some bigger creatures on the board, because if he has a Blessing of Haste or Focus, but no, he's top decking now. So this is where... oh, Rat King. Rat King is going to be very funny here. So this guy's going to attack, and he's going to beat the crap out of me. Not too much I can do there other than just split my forces a little bit, which is why we're going to do this. And then Rat King, let's play you up here. So this is now where you get the terrifying, do I have a Rallying or God Hand or something scenario. This is where I'd love to Fertile Soil. Rat King is a very scary card to face against, just because it puts a ton of creatures on the board. I have so many creatures on the board. I have such a tiny hand, though, so I don't really know if what I'm going to have is great or good or bad. But if I rally Crimson Bull soon or God Hand soon, it spells trouble for him. And because he doesn't seem to have a lot of spiky stuff on the board right now, he still could be in trouble. It just depends on what he wants to do here, because I'm splitting to avoid the relentless damage. And if he moves this guy up here to take out the sister, he could potentially have to contend with that guy dying next turn unless he moves everybody up. So there's a Kabonk. That solves that one just a little bit. Didn't know that guy was down to 1 health. I guess that would be from the infantryman's attack. So interesting situation to be in. There's another winged soldier, so looks like he's getting on his way to Imperial resources here. Brother of the Wolf's nice. Actually, I do like Brother of the Wolf a lot better than a Crimson Bull here. So I think I may just concede that side of the board for now. Actually, Ranger's Bane is something I really want, because that's, I can go ahead and kill that guy. Mangy as well. So probably, let's see here. Let's do what we're actually thinking of doing first and moving you all up here. I can play the Brother of the Wolf another turn. Killing this guy with the Bane is a little bit more important to me right now, just to get him out of the way, just because I don't want... Well, he can't, unless he flips something, he can't really kill it this turn, so we'll just tuck the brother up here. Let's kill him now. It's a tough call. Both of those are creatures I want to play here, but better to get rid of the creature, even if he's not attacking next turn. I really do not like relentless units from order. They really screw me up. And maybe that's why I'm on a losing streak and I'm losing all kinds of rating here, is because of making decisions like that. But I do have a lot of bigger creatures in my deck. I'm just not seeing them right now, but Beast Rat at least puts a lot on the board for me. I also added in a second transposition, which I thought was, which has actually made me use transposition a lot more, although you're not seeing it as much this game, but now you are moving up. And why is... Okay, I was about to say, I know why that guy has more attack. It's because of the buff from the Vanguard. So he has 2 Vanguards. There's a God Hand. And God Hand is pretty nice. He has 2 cards, and I don't really like the possibilities here. So I could try and speed up things and play the Mangy Wolf a little bit, possibly expose these guys to some serious damage, including this guy killing him. So that's not a great... That doesn't make me feel great. I do want to hold on to the God Hand though, so we're going to play the Brother of the Wolf up here. Like I said, it may be wussy of me to play up here, but rats go! I'd love to be able to God Hand, but it's not going to happen next turn. And if he has a Blessing of Haste, I'm probably not going to have a good time anyway. Just kind of a slow start. Slow starting hand. He's already done so much idle damage to me. I'm gonna have to balls up and do something at some point here. I just don't know what that's gonna be, because he has some resources, he has some cards. He doesn't really need to do a lot, and he's starting to move away from me, maybe smelling the God Hand or the Rally Crimson Bull. I don't know why I'm shuffling paper here. So there's an Honorable General, not the card I wanted to see here. And he could speed General me into oblivion as early as next turn. So we've got to do something to counter that in a hurry, and Pother is not going to save me here. So I guess, you know what, God Hand would be nice. I don't really think I can afford to do that though. Veteran's helpful. Vetter the Wild's helpful. So let's at least stop my whole army from dying here. Shall we? How are we going to do that? We'll drop you there. We'll put this Vetter up top. I'll play his Kinfolk Brave down here. I at least want to do a 1-for-1 trade. At least try and stop some idle damage that could be coming here. Force him to spread it out a little bit. And if this Vetter survives, I don't know if I can God Hand a victory, but I can God Hand my way to something next turn. Because right now I'm feeling really behind. So there we go. Speed up everywhere. Attack up everywhere. Scary shit. And he probably has a speed mangonel waiting in his hand, which would be a great play because it would clear almost everything on my board. But if I can survive, maybe I can God Hand and someone can cry nerf, which would be awesome. So there's the Pother, bringing that wolf down. So I guess he's going to kill that wolf and move some things up. Like I said, I'm just a little concerned what else he happens to have. I almost want him to kill my veteran at this point. So if he doesn't, he's going to pay for it. So there you go, killing a rat, killing a veteran. Maybe not killing a veteran. There we go. Good boy. Has the speed as well. So at this point, I guess the question is, what the hell can I do with my God Hand? Wing Shield as well. Oh, Wing Shield over the General. Interesting. Very interesting. So right now, this is where I'm at what turn, and I am in huge ass trouble. Can I win the game this turn? No. Can I F him up quite a bit this turn? At least a little. Because if I God Hand up here, I can possibly take out an idol. Possibly two. I really don't want to get rid of this Kinfolk veteran, but it looks like it's going to be top deck city for me. So let's go ahead and summon a wolf. And let's go ahead and God Hand and think about how we're going to divvy up the damage here. Okay, so if we move and do... I'd really love to do 3 idle damage here. So I guess I can do that by moving you down here, kill you guys. And I'll do 8 damage here, make everybody happy. So it's not perfect, but hey, at least I get idle gold, if anything. As I am now going from the top of my loins. And he does have a general. And I've only really been drawing small creatures and spells. And I do have some Eyes of the Eagle and stuff. I just haven't been hitting necessary, which is another thing I added in my deck, Eye of the Eagle. There we go. And that's where I was hoping to maybe look at my deck a little bit before. But I don't know if this deck is super awesome for ranked or not. I think I'm just going to have to set it. I thought that I was fortunate to stay in the 1800s for so long, but somewhere along the way I've slipped. Right now there's the Pother, move the Vetter up, which is okay. I guess he was hoping to move him down, because that Vetter did give me the opportunity to move in the middle, where I have debated before ditching my Vetters. The reason I haven't is because of those plays like that in the middle of the game. So there's a Blessing of Haste. He's going to be able to take out a lot more on my board here. And maybe he should start going for idols, I don't know. But this is Order. They live for playing late into the game. And right now he has a pretty sizable advantage, especially with now an Armor 2 Wing Shield, which is a fantastic card. And he's going to only be able to do a little bit of idle damage to me, but still, Ragged Wolf is not going to save me here. Oh my god, a God Hand Might. A Rallying and a God Hand Might. Ugh. This is so painful though, because this is just a flat dead draw at this stage. Because this Wing Shield with Armor 2, God Hand is not going to let me punch through. So there we go. This is probably the turn that kills me. So we are just going to do like this. Unless I can get something going next turn, because right now... Well, what can you do? I mean, it's a card game. Sometimes you're going to do it. I do have pretty high confidence in my deck, but, I mean, it's turn 10, turn 11, and he's gotten a lot of great stuff on the board, and I just haven't necessarily been able to compete at this point. Like, I could have done really good with the God Hand there if he didn't have the Wing Shield there, but he did. He got some Vanguards out early. He got some creatures out early. It's still a game, but, I mean, at this point, I think I've been playing decently. Not awesome, but decently. So hopefully he's not going to do anything to make me cry, but first off, not really cry, obviously. But if you're sitting here hoping that your order player isn't going to do something to screw you up, you're in trouble. Like, if this is a turn where I would really hope that he played Imperial Resources. But I'm probably not going to be fortunate enough to have that happen because he's only sitting on 6 resources. And it looks like he's really thinking about the best way to handle this. If he has a speed for his general, that'd be great. Otherwise, this is weird. Come on, he's at 18 seconds. If he actually does nothing, I'm going to feel sad about this game too. I'd rather him just beat me, to be honest. It looks like he's thinking till the end here. There we go. Royal Skirmisher, play something for me. And the speed. Alright. Well done. Thank you. Total board clear. And that's how you do it, man. That's how it's supposed to go right there. I mean, there's no sense in raging in that at all. But let's see here. Oh my god, fertile soil. The game's taunting me now. Alright, well. Okay, so we can possibly Rat King next turn. And maybe God Hand to Victory if he has a speed. Master plan. Yay, shitty plan. So we're going to Rat King down here and hope to God that we can God Hand next turn and maybe win. But unfortunately, I could only do 9 idle damage max. So that's not going to be how it works. So we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and drop... Yeah, this is not going to be a one-turn play. I got to have something to defend an idle here. Ugh, don't feel great about this. He's going to have time to react. If he can kill me next turn, he has more than enough damage to kill me next turn. Then I'm just going to lose, but... I guess I'll keep this rat here. It's just a defensive rat, defend an idol that can be defended. If he wants to go up, that's great. But that's what happens when you top deck. Sometimes you hit cards, sometimes you don't. What can you do? There's the Imperial Resources I was hoping for before. And now he's going to move his cards down. Does that mean I actually get to God Hand and possibly kill a bunch of his stuff here? Maybe. Because it's all going to attack anyway. Shit. Well, actually, no, I won't be able to because of the wing shield. Again, it has armor 1 right now. Tough choices. So does he kill me if I just go for idle damage? I think the answer to that is yes. Oh my god. Well, you know what? I've kind of screwed this up just a little bit. It's going to be GG if I God Hand. So we're going to have to... And the reason that would be is because of the attack buff here. All he'd have to do is just line up his soldiers accordingly. So there's armor 1 here. I cannot take out all of these guys and they'll be killed that way. Ugh, I hate this. I hate it. But I don't have the cards. So we are going to go out and possibly a Blaze of Glory here. Because, yeah, he is going to have possibly enough damage to do me in. So let's see here. This will be... Let's go ahead and God Hand again. I don't like this God Hand, but I'm doing it anyway. Let's armor 1. So we're going to do all the damage we can. I'm not going to be able to gun down an idol, unfortunately. If there was some play I missed, then guess what? I missed it. But he could have ended the game that turn, and maybe I should have done some idle damage and then rallied for more idle damage next turn, but, I mean... Well, what can you do? It's not like I could have rallied Brother of the Wolfed it without, well, maybe I could have. Maybe it would have been 4 damage, but he could have just moved a guy down there to defend it. So that's interesting. Unless he has a focus, which he probably does at this point. So is this GG? There goes all my rats in 1 row. Ugh, well. I mean, this is the point where you gotta start... Dude, the longer he starts dancing around like this, the more he's actually keeping me in the game, I guess, is my concern, looking at this from the outside in. And I haven't really used my order splash either, so... Did I misplay that beast rat? Probably. Beast rat god hand. I could have done 9 idle damage. There's the Blessing of Haste. At this rate, I'm not sure if it's game over or not. It could have been. It actually could have been game over if he had moved up his idol, or if he had kept all of his damage up top. But, you know what, it's going to be game over pretty soon anyway. So I can't really say too much. But yeah, that would have been a turn 13 loss for me, and that's kind of the games I've been having lately on ranked, which is not really a problem for me. I mean, that's how it... Fertile soil again. Oh, this is rich. This is rich. Alright, well, if he can do 6 damage, that's great. And it's possible he can next turn. We're just going to make the play that we have to make, which is to rally this guy and say, pew pew, motherfucker. Yeah, he could have won last turn, and he didn't. So he's just keeping me in the game, but you know what? He's gotten superior cards. I'll show you my deck after this game just to see what you all think of it. It's I'm not really copying from anyone else. I'm just going with the cards that I've used and not used. But at least in testing, it's done really well for me. But, I mean, ranked is always going to be different from testing, so... We'll just see here, just biding our time. I think he's just trying to figure out, can he end it this turn? And with 5 cards and 8 resources, it's possible, although moving that general down there might not have been the best move. And the other thing is that by taking out my Jarl and Walls, I don't have a lot of defense here. So this is, once again, a very front-loaded, aggressive deck. I need to get my attacks in early. And you can see here from all kinds of spells that I had, Crimson Bulls and stuff, I did not. So is this going to be... Okay, flip. There we go. Is there a speed there? Please be a speed. You deserve the win, Acker. Please just end it this turn. Please. Just make it stop. Stop the bleeding. Royal Spearman. So it's not over yet. Alright. Almost there. Are we going to have the miracle comeback of the ages? I don't know, but that Spearman will kill whoever comes up there. So I will just drop this guy down defensively. And we're going to top deck this again. I do believe. So let's go ahead and kill the... Well, actually, you know what? You're going to be more sacrificial. You're actually more beneficial to me. Second time around, you have the same health, so... Yeah, there we go. Top deck! If I come back from this one, which I won't, but if I come back from this one, it'll be hilarious. But yeah, all he has to do is move his guys down. And if he has a focus, if he has anything, a Blessing of Haste, he can end this. Yeah, that's all you need. You just need one card, and he's sacrificing for scrolls. Just do it, buddy. Just do it. You're waiting for that general to do something again. You could be in a little bit of trouble. I'm not sure what the thought process is here, what he's thinking about, but there we go. Move those guys down, kill my units. That's what you... Why are you doing that with the general? I guess he doesn't have much else to actually speed up his stuff. So, once again, I've killed... My units are all dead on that line. So, interesting. Another Royal Spearman. So this is the game that's not going to end, as much as I'd love for it to end. And another flip. Why are you flipping that guy? I don't know. I don't know why he's flipping that guy away. I don't understand. I just don't understand what the hell you're doing. Alright, let's see. I don't have a ton I can play. Guess we'll play the Sister of the Fox and see what else we get. Because right now, I guess he has a focus for the top. Or something. I don't know. His general's going to go off and he can destroy any of the places he wants to. Eagle Eye does me okay, but not great. So here, I'm going to assume that he has a focus here, or doesn't have a focus, but he can kill either lane. So if he can kill the 6 health lane, finally, go for it. That's all I'll say there. So yeah, see, Eagle Eyes are supposed to get me more creatures, but I have 3 of them in my deck, and the first one I hit is round 16. So maybe that was just some bad draws in my hand. I don't know. But overall, this is an unusual result for me against Order. Usually I have a lot more out than 1 and 2 health creatures. But that's where new cards like Wing Shield have really changed the dynamic a little bit, where now armor is a lot more accessible. Oh my god, you're not going to end this game this turn. Please have a focus. Please, 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 please have a focus. That's all I want for Christmas. But anyway. Train of thought's dying. I guess my point is Pother finally, yes. GG. There we go. I don't know. He was sitting on a bunch of cards. He could have ended this game for, I guess, like 5 or 6 turns, and I'm not sure why. So, well, you know what? That's Scrolls. Sometimes you, I don't mind losing. Just, I wish he would have actually pulled the trigger a little sooner, I guess. But there we go. My rating drops even further. But that's okay. I mean, that's why I've kind of avoided, I guess, some of the rank stuff lately. Or not so much avoided it. The truth is that I've been slammed with work and haven't had a lot of time to play. But yeah, look, you want to see my rating now? It's going down, down, down. I'm ranked 600 something. Who knows where the fuck I stand in the pecking order. Because I'm sure there's misplays I make and everything. I thought I played pretty decently. I was just really behind in cards that time. But here's my deck for those of you who are interested. I have I actually have 2 Eyes of the Eagle. But I think that's all I really need, because I don't want to get spell starved, but I think having 2 is a healthy amount. Same with Ranger's Bane. 2 is a healthy amount. Quake, 3 is good to have, but Quake wouldn't have done me too much that game that I had against them. 2 Transpositions. I didn't really have much of an opportunity there. So I would chalk that last game up as more just he outdrew me, and he outdrew me pretty hard. Because a lot of Crimson Bulls early, I'd prefer to get those spells later. And this is something where I have 24 creatures and 24 spells. Maybe I should consider switching that up a little bit, but keep in mind that 3 of those spells are Rat Kings, and those spells straight up put creatures on the board. So maybe I do need to work on my balance of this deck a little bit. Like I said, it's been pretty successful testing-wise, but for now, hey, it's Scrolls. It's still fun. Even if I'm losing, it's still enjoyable, except for when you hear me pine on about, please kill me now, kill me, I guess. I don't know. But I hope you all enjoyed that, or at least found it illuminating. As usual, I welcome any comments or feedback that you might have, so yeah, feel free to dish, let me know what you think of my deck or anything like that. But otherwise, this is Way to Fail with Scrolls. Hope you enjoyed it. I will see you all next time.